This is Actar's reviews, from anime to figures and beyond. So this is the Dengeki card option, and this is actually a very important aspect in the battling system. They will later take a look at the arcade style battling system. By pressing A, we arrive at the Dengeki card menu screen, and there are 4 options here. Now what Dengeki cards are is that they are battle cards that have varying effects. To talk about this, let me just show you what they are first. So the first menu is to show you all different cards. As you can see, we have so many cards, and the one that says level EP on the right side are the ones that you can actually equip to your characters. However, cards like these ones are actually cards that are used to fuse to make cards that you can equip. It may sound confusing at first, but let me show you what I mean. So you have the main core card, which is usually the one of the characters light novels covers, and you also have a different card where you can use to fuse with the main core card. I do believe this is called an ability card, though I'm not sure what it is translated into English. But we can just choose any cards and you can fuse them together. And of course, we can make cards. The fusing of the cards do have specific cards, but since this is in Japanese, I just really fuse cards randomly, and I have been able to get some pretty good cards as well. The third option is for you to level up cards. Now you can actually level up cards by adding ability cards and the number of lightnings here shows you the level addedness of the card. So just now we've seen over here, total 0, next 10. So that means it needs 10 lightnings for this card to level up into level 2. The maximum level the card can achieve is level 3, and as you level up the cards get more and more powerful, and the effects get more and more powerful as well. So all you have to do is just add this one. For instance, this card has one lightning symbol, and if we fuse the card together with this card, we can see that the total has increased by 1, and you need 9 more lightnings to increase to the next level. Alright, and finally we have reached the last tab, and that is your equip screen. And now we have previously said that there are actually only 5 heroines that can actively participate in battle. The other 3, Haruka, Index, and Misao, are the support characters, and these support characters each can be equipped with 4 cards. So this is Index's deck, and this is Haruka's deck. Now I haven't actually unlocked Misao yet, but I'm almost halfway through the game, and I've actually been playing for more than 9 hours, and I've actually managed to do quite well, I should say. For try and error, that is. So alright, from here we can see the symbols of the cards, and there are actually 5 different symbols we have. We have sword symbols, we have lightning symbols, we have ring symbols, hand symbols, and sparkly symbols. Now the sword symbols are attack cards. They cause damage to your opponent, and they are a whole variety. There are a myriad of different attacks that you can have. I'm going to show you this later, but for instance, this one is a lightning attack, this is a slashing attack, and this is a fire attack. And the lightning symbol is a summon card. Now the summon card summons characters from various anime series, or various light novel series I should say. And these characters do various things to the enemies. For instance, some might attack, some might stun, and some and others. There are so many other effects that I've yet to see all of them. Right, the sparkly cards are the ones that are most important to me, that is, in the battles. They actually restore your HP and or EP. They are restorative cards. For instance, the Horo's Wheat actually restores a set amount of HP, while Haruka's sister restores a set amount of EP for one of your characters. The ring cards are passive cards, and they provide an overall effect during battle, and they don't really have to be actively tapped. But to be active, your screen has to be focused on the deck that the card is placed in. So for instance, if I want this passive card to work, I have to keep the screen on Haruka's deck. And last but not least, we have helper cards. These helper cards have a hand symbol and they increase the character's stats, such as attack, defense, and other stats as well. For this card, it's actually the Binkan Salaryman Sausage card from Bokusatsu Tenshi Dokuro-chan. And those of you who remember those of you who have watched the anime or read the light novels know what it is. But the effects of these cards are that it will increase your character's attack, but it will paralyze and minus half of your life, minus half of your HP points. Very, very interesting cards, and there are of course other cards that provide different effects. There are quite a number of cards. I'm not sure how many cards in total, but I think around 150 from what it says here, or around 200. I'm not sure the exact amount, but each of these cards will be able to do different things in the battles, and you really must explore. And if you notice, there are actually cards that have pictures of characters that are not from the main 8 series. For instance, we have the character from Inukami here, and with the character from Iliano Sora UFO no Natsu. There's so many cards here. And if you think the characters in this story are limited to the characters from the 8 main light novels, you'll be mistaken, because characters from other series from the Dengeki Bunko line, novel line, appear as well. For instance, we have Horo and the Merchant. I'm sorry, I haven't watched Horo, Spice and Wolf in such a long time, but you can actually purchase cards from Horo. You can purchase core cards, you can purchase the cards to fuse with the core cards, and you can purchase readily available cards to be used in battle. And you can purchase items, normal items such as healing items from the Merchant. And of course you can sell your items as well. And of course, the characters you unlock and meet in the light novel stories, you can actually find them around school. And the school, which you're now in, your own school that is in the real world, actually acts as the hub where you can actually travel to different storylines. So if you want to progress to a new storyline, or if you want to visit the world, or you want to do anything, you have to talk to your classmate. And you'll reach the menu, which you will see second most often of the time. The first option brings you to the first menu, and the first button or the first option, we can see that it will bring you to the next mission. The second one will show you all the steps in the tutorial. It's actually a tutorial for the arcade battle system, and it shows you all the moves and the controls for the different moves. Back, and the second one will allow you to go to any previously visited maps. For instance, we have all the different maps from all the different light novels. We have Iliano Sora, UFO Natsu, Kino's Journey, Index, Haruka, the Dokuro-chan, and also we have Taika. And the next level will be Asura Crying, and after I finish that level, I'll unlock Misao. The next option will allow you to visit the list or database of things. For instance, some of the database shows you the list of cards. This one shows you the list of series that are featured on the cards. This one shows you the different voice actors actually, and we hear actually voice samples of each of the characters. Let me just show you one of Shana's. And this is really an amazing feature. I mean, they didn't really have to add this, but it really provides a nice touch to the game. This one shows you all the cards that you have unlocked, the database of cards, and last but not least, the last feature in this menu is to show you all the CG art that has been previously viewed, which I think is also a great feature. Alright, now that we have covered all the menus and basics of the game, it's time to go to the second most important part, the arcade fighting. This is Actar, and thanks for watching.